Yeah, welcome back again to the channel, guys. You don't know it's your girl Jamams. I we say no umpy scumpy thing. And I know a lot of people going in for me tonight, but I just want you jump on the channel and make we have a discussion, yeah? No umpy scumpy thing. Yeah, I want to say big up to Mama Ivan. Today is her birthday. My mother turned 65, yeah? Looking young as usual. Big up to Ivan. You don't know, from all your children and your grandkids sending you a warm happy birthday. Yeah, put a little joy on my face today because Liverpool failed to do that. So we just want to say big up to Grandma Ivan, Mama Ivan, the whole works, telling her happy birthday, turning 65 today. Yeah, so it's a good look, yeah? So you don't know, we are jump right into it and I want the people them jump on the live car. We don't know them actually a bag of iron and baby or something, yeah? Liverpool get hammered today by West Ham. So you don't know. Yeah, my team Liverpool did turn up today. Yeah, got hammered by West Ham, more drop points. So from their last two games, 1 point from the last two games out of possible six. So it is what it is. But before we jump on that, we're going to kind of review the rest of the games. Yeah, hope the people them jump on the live so we can have a discussion. Yeah, because we're now back. Win, lose, or draw Liverpool, we say. No umpy scumpy thing. Win, lose, or draw Liverpool. So we just want people them jump on the live and make we get the thing blazing. So we just a jump right into it. No itching. Yeah. No umpy scumpy thing. So match match week 11, yeah, was blazing. Southampton kick it off on Friday. Aston Villa is now without a coach. Third casualty so far. Nuno, now Aston Villa coach. Steve Bruce. Three casualties so far to the Premier League, yes, in terms of managerial sacking. So Southampton win at home against Aston Villa. Adam Armstrong in the third minute, and Aston Villa couldn't manage a reply. Aston Villa had 14 shots, 3 on target, while Southampton, 9 shots, 3 on target. Yeah, and Southampton had 57% possession, while Aston Villa 43. Guys, give me a minute. Let me check the sound. Sound like I getting a feedback. Let me check the sound. Give me a minute. Let me check the sound. Sounding a bit. Don't know. Like I getting a feedback, man. Come on, man. Not tonight, man. I'm up for it tonight. I don't want no interruption. No interruption from the sound tonight. Yes. Want a nice discussion. I'm not running, eh? Liverpool straight win, lose or draw. I don't know. I'm going to check it now. See if I'm still getting that feedback. But as I was saying, yeah, sound seems like it sound a little bit better. As I was saying, Southampton 10 corners, while Aston Villa 8 corners. I don't know. Aston Villa is having a poor season so far. So as I said, Southampton scored in the third minute. Aston Villa couldn't find a reply. So Dean Smith is now the third managerial casualty of the Premier League. He has been sacked by Aston Villa. So Southampton. So Southampton sits in 13th position from their 11th game. They're on 14 points. So from their last 5 games, they have won 3, draw 1, lose 1. while Aston Villa is in 16th position from their 11 game. They're on 10 points. They have 5 consecutive defeats in their last 5 games. That is extremely poor. Hence, the sacking of the manager. Third casualty of the Premier League so far. So yeah, Aston Villa, 0 win in 5 games, 0 points from a possible 15. So that's where it's at. Dean Smith, Dean Smith. That's where it's at. Third casualty so far. So after that Southampton game, then Brentford versus Norwich City. Norwich City finally got in their first victory of the season. Big up to Norwich City. You know, I predicted this victory for Norwich City because one of the reasons why I think Norwich would have won this game is they are familiar with this Brentford team, unlike the other teams in the Premier League who new to this Brentford team. Norwich had came up with them from the championship, so they were well aware of this Brentford team. So what Brentford is doing now is no surprise to this Norwich team. So they know what was required to neutralize them. So first victory for Norwich, big up to them. But I think their coach also got the sack. But before we jump into that, Matthias Norman struck in the 6th minute for Norwich, giving them a 1-0 lead. Then Pookie finally scored, even though it's from the penalty spot. Timo Pukki struck in the 29th minute from the penalty spot. Then Rico Henry struck in the 68th minute to give Brentford a consolation. Brentford had 19 shots, 7 on target. That was good. Brentford was playing at home. 65% possession. Also not bad. They managed 6 corners while Norwich 9 shots, 5 on target, 35% possession, and only managed 2 corners. But as I said, big up to Norwich, first victory. I predicted this victory for Norwich because they were quite familiar with this Brentford team. Both of them came up from the championship last season, and Brentford was third. So Norwich knew what was required to get ahead of this Brentford team, and they did just that, getting their first victory. So Brentford sit in 14th position, 12 points from their 11 games. From their last 5 games, they only managed 1 victory. They now have 4 consecutive defeats. So Brentford is now coming back down to earth, being a championship team, just recently got promoted. So from their last 5 games, 4 consecutive defeats for Brentford. And Norwich City, with that victory, still sit at the bottom of the table, the foot of the table. From their 11 games, they managed 5 points from their last 5 games. 2 draws, 2 defeats, 1 victory. That doesn't look so bad when you're looking at it. 2 defeats, 2 draws, 1 victory. So they basically masked their 5 points out of their 11 games in those last 5 games. So it doesn't look that dismal, even though they're on 5 points. They can put a string of victory together. Maybe they stand a chance. But looking at the table now, it seems like Norwich is destined to be relegated again. I don't know who will be joining them, even though it's still early yet to decide that. There's a lot of game left to play, and they can manage to turn it around. As I said, they have sacked their coach as well. So 3 casualty, Norwich City coach got sacked, Aston Villa coach got sacked, Newcastle coach got sacked. So 2 from the bottom of the table and 1 basically within the relegation zone as well. Aston Villa being in 16th place. So this Premier League season is going to be a hard, grueling season. No team will be running away with it. And yeah, it is what it is. So one people them jump on the live, because I'm up for the debate tonight. I know Liverpool lost and they're going to talk a lot of things, but as I said on my previous live, no team will be going through the end of the season without losing any games. This won't be a runaway season by no means necessary. This season won't be dominated by no one team. The lead is going to be switched back and forth, as you can see so far. Yeah. So covered Norwich, covered Southampton, Crystal Palace against Wolves. This game, man, I'm not lying, man. Crystal Palace is looking good. They must feel really excited about, a new, relatively new young coach in Patrick Vieira doing things at Crystal Palace after Roy Hodgson has hanged up his whistle, step aside from the game. And Crystal Palace look good. They look organized. They look like they know what they're about. When you see them, you can see how they set up and the system, what they want to do. So Wilfred Zaha struck in the 61st minute. Then Conor Gallagher in the 78th minute. Running away with it, 2-0 victory. Wolves could jump up a response. Wolves managed 4 measly shots, 2 on target, 40% possession, 6 corners, while Crystal Palace playing at home, 13 shots, 6 on target, 60% possession, 4 corners. And what I've seen improve in this Crystal Palace team, they are managed now to having a lot more possession. Normally, there was a team that play with a lot of player behind the ball, 2 banks of 4 sometimes, and play on the counter. Now they are becoming a ball playing team. Yes. So you can see where Patrick Vieira's instill his way of belief, and you can see he's getting what he wants from his player. Yeah. So they're not just playing 2 banks of 4 and try to play on the break. No. They managed to muster up a lot of possession. Pass accuracy is improving and all of that. Yeah. So Crystal Palace jumps is in 10th position from their 11 game, 15 points. From their last 5 games, 2 wins, 3 draws. So that's not bad. So that's 6, 9 points from their last 5 games out of a possible 15. Not too bad for a side that is somewhat making a transition, as in because they have a new manager now. So he's implementing his style of play and all of that. So it's not a bad look for Crystal Palace. Mid-table team, they maybe try to push for the Conference League or something, but this season, even trying to get that 7th place is going to be extremely difficult because all the teams have been improved from last season. All the teams have been improved. Some team, they haven't shown it as yet, started slowly, but you can never tell. This league, you can't write off no team. You can't think the 3 points is given. You have to go out there and play for it. And Crystal Palace is doing just that. Wolves, on the other hand, sits in 8th position, 1 point above Crystal Palace. If they had won today, they would have jumped up to 6th position. That is how tight the league is. Wolf would have been in 6th position if they had won today. Yeah. Wow, this league is so tight. So Wolves, from their 11 game, 16 points, 6 in 8th position. From their last 5 games, 3 victories, 1 draw, 1 loss. So it is fairly a competitive season so far, and I hope it continue. I hope it continues like this. I liking it. I liking what the Premier League is offering now, and I hope it continue to be entertaining and competitive straight to the end of the season. So Brighton versus Newcastle. After coming off that draw against Liverpool, would have been a straightforward victory for Brighton. Coming off on the eye, didn't manage to do that, but Trossard is having season of his life. Score against Liverpool, no score from the penalty spot against Newcastle. He was confident with this penalty, didn't flinch or anything, struck it beautifully. Yeah, and so Brighton, 14 shots, 5 on target, 66% possession. They're also a football playing team, doing well. 2 corners, while Newcastle, 6 shots, only a measly 1 on target. And that is the only one that scored 1 shot, 1 goal. So that's what 100% accuracy. Yes, Newcastle. Isaac Aiden in the 66th minute managed to claw Brighton back, giving Newcastle the equalizer, giving them 1 point on the board. Yes, they also managed 5 corners. So Brighton sits in 7th position. If Brighton had won this game, they would have moved up to 6th place, jump above Manchester United, but they failed to beat Newcastle, team that sits in the relegation. That's how serious the league is. That's how tough the league is. Even though you're playing against team in the relegation zone, then it's not a walkover. 3 points is not guaranteed. You have to go out there and do it. And that's what Newcastle did. Managed to get 1 point. They have appointed a new coach, Eddie Howe, formerly of Bournemouth. I think he got relegated with Bournemouth from the Premier League. I don't know. Eddie Howe, I don't know if this is the kind of coach that Newcastle need. Maybe they're just giving him I don't know what's the length of the contract, but maybe they're looking at starting the process with him, trying to avoid the relegation, then give him the benefit of the doubt if he do well. Give him like I don't know if this is a 2-year contract, but I don't think Newcastle will be silly to give him more than a 2-year contract. I think Eddie has to earn this job because there's so many money at Newcastle disposal. They have to be clever about this. They can't make reckless signing and all these things. All they have to do is to be patient. So maybe Eddie Howe is the man to just stabilize the ship, avoid relegation, give him 2 seasons, and then see where Newcastle is at. But for me, I don't know. Maybe he can prove me wrong, but with the amount of money that Newcastle have, I think this is a joke signing Eddie Howe. Honestly speaking, no disrespect to Eddie Howe, but I think this is a joke. You have to start the process now. Listen, I'm looking at Newcastle 3 years, 4 years from now to be contenders at challenging for a top 4 spot, challenging for a spot in Europe. Whether it be Europa League, because that's how tough the league is. It can be Europa League, but at least challenging. Eddie Howe, I don't know. I didn't see Eddie Howe, but listen, this is what it's the English media at times. They try to push their young players, push their coaches, calling up Lampard name now for the Norwich job. I don't know why in hell Norwich would I even consider signing Frank Lampard. What has Frank Lampard has done to be a Premier League manager? Nothing. Every job available now, they're calling up Frank Lampard like he is any big name coach. Frank Lampard isn't any big name coach. Was down in the championship with what? Derby County? Derby County was it? Could he even get them promoted? Was it Derby? Couldn't even get them promoted, and you come in every job available now. Lampard, like Lampard is a world class coach. Lampard need to go down in the championship, man, and get some job experience, man. Take Premier League for party shop settings and joke, man. What's wrong with these people? Anyhow, Brighton is in seventh position, as I'd mentioned. From their 11 games, 17 points. They could have leapfrogged Manchester United if they had beaten this Newcastle team that sits in the relegation zone. Brighton, from their last 5 games, 4 draws, 1 defeat. So it's basically 4 points from a possible 15. This is poor, really. They should have picked up the win, but that's how grueling, that's how tough the Premier League is. Even though you're playing sides in the bottom of the table, the points is not awarded. You have to earn that. Newcastle still sits in 19th position, sits on 5 points, just like Norwich. So Newcastle is the only team haven't managed to muster a victory all season. 11 games, 0 victory. This is poor. Newcastle have 3 defeats in their last 5 games and 2 draws. So extremely poor for Newcastle. Can't seem to get a win on the board. I don't know what's going on. And as I said, they have appointed Eddie Howe to be their new coach. Don't know the time span of the contract that he had received, but I don't think that was a wise decision from Newcastle. Maybe he can come up trumps and prove me wrong, but I'm not impressed with that. Yep, so right, Newcastle cover that. So Everton, there was a lot of draw over the weekend. Everton, Tottenham also draw, nil all draw. Mason Oldgate, man, horrible, a leg breaking tackle, got himself sent off. Well deserved for getting that red card. That was a, I don't remember if it was Oiberg or who tackle, Lascelles or whatever. Don't remember the player, but that was a career threatening tackle from Mason Oldgate. Horrible. No sympathy for him whatsoever. Could have damaged the player real bad. So Everton, 12 shots to one target, 44% possession. They managed 4 corners, while Tottenham, 8 shots, 0 on target. This was poor. 0 on target, very poor. 56% possession. So one positive so far with the new coach at the helm. They managed 2 corners. So Everton, Tottenham is in ninth place. They are on 16 points from their 11 games. They from their last 5 games, 2 draws, 2 defeats, one. My apology, 2 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw for Tottenham, while Everton sits in level position from their 11 game, 15 points from their last 5 games, 3 losses and 2 draws. So that's how tough the Premier League is. But the beauty about it is no team is way out in front. No team is way out in front. 2 loss and you're right back into the hustle and bustle. 2 victory, 3 victory on the spin, you're right up there. So it is extremely close. And as I said, one improvement so far with the Tottenham team, they manage more possession in this game. That's a plus on their part. Normally, they'll be playing on the counter attack, and when you're playing on the counter attack, you don't have a lot of possession. You don't have a lot of possession. So that is one sign, one improvement so far. So that's a good look. Good start for Tottenham. Point on the board. The new manager, Conte, at the wheel. So I want to see how this Tottenham team is going to do. And as I said, it is close. So it is close. So we'll see how it pans out. Yep. So we're now at, as I said, there was a lot of draws over the weekend. One, two, three, four draws. Four draws so far. Yeah. So Arsenal up against Watford, another red card in this game as well. Kuka, Uraj Kuka in the 89th minute gets sent off for Watford. So basically, the game was somewhat wrapped up already. Emil Smith Rowe struck in the 56th minute for Arsenal, giving Arsenal a 1-0 lead. They managed to hang on for that victory. But for me, for this victory, that was a bit dodgy. And I want to say to the Arsenal fans, when the table turned, do not cry, do not complain. Arsenal should have won this game by a mile. They were wasteful. They were not clinical on the day. And I think the referee bailed them out. The referee, along with the linesman, bailed out Arsenal in this game. A player, I think Watford player, let me run through the thing before I jump on the discussion. So Watford 7 shots, 1 on target, 39% position. They managed 2 corners, while Arsenal 14 shots, 6 on target, 61% possession. They managed 4 corners. So that victory was extremely good for Arsenal. They now sit 2 points behind Liverpool, and which Liverpool will be their next opponent. If Arsenal can manage to get that victory, they will leapfrog Liverpool. So that's how tough the league is. That's how close the league is. Arsenal started off extremely poor, but they managed to bounce back, winning a couple of games on the spin and beaten in all competition. I think about 10 games, 11 games, 10 to 12 games they're unbeaten in our competition. So that's a good look for Arsenal. From their sixth in fifth. From their 11 games, they are on 20 points. 3 victory from the last 5 games and 2 draws. So the result worked in Arsenal favor over the weekend. Manchester United had lost, so they managed to leapfrog Manchester United. Brighton also draw, so they leapfrog them as well. Liverpool lost, so they're right behind them with two. Liverpool is just barely ahead of them on 2 points. So this is a good look for Arsenal. So big up to the Arsenal fan them, where you can get the ease off of the painkiller. Yeah, the migraine has lessened somewhat. So yeah, big up to the Arsenal fan them. So the migraine is at ease for a while now. So them have some joy, them can cheer. Yeah. So Arsenal doing things. Their next match will be up against Liverpool. So that will be the real test so far, because since they went on their run, they haven't really played any big teams. They haven't played any team so up in the top 6 since they went on their run. So Liverpool will be a big test for them to see where they're at. So that should be a pretty decent game. Another draw game, Leeds versus Leicester City. Rafinha struck in the 26 minutes for Leeds, giving them the lead. But within 2 minutes, Harvey Barnes equalized. Harvey Barnes seems to be becoming a nice little player. Seems to be improving by the minute. I also like this player, Rafinha. I think Liverpool blunder when they did do everything to get him for the start of this season. Yeah, man like Rafinha, Liverpool should have pushed hard to get this player. So Leeds managed 18 shots, 5 on target with 56% possession. They managed 10 corners as well, playing at home. But I don't know, either they were wasteful or they wasn't creating a lot of chances. So 10 corners, 18 shots. No man, they should have done better. But Leicester 9 shots, 3 on target, 44% possession. They only managed five corners. So Leicester start off pretty poor this season. Leicester was a team that I was look forward into competing, challenge for Europa League places again, trying to make a push into the top four. Then they didn't start the season so well. They're struggling a bit. They're they're in 10th, 12th place from their 11 game, 15 shots. From the last 15 points, my apology. From their last 5 games, 2 draws, 2 victory, 1 defeat. For me, Leicester is underperforming. Leeds was a bright spark last season. They are a bit dodgy as well, but they're in 15th place from their 11 games, 11 points. So basically, they're getting a draw game. This is not good for Leeds. They're starting poor as well, both them and Leicester. But Leeds, from their last 5 games, they managed to pick up 2 victory, 2 draw, only 1 defeat. So that is a step in the right direction for Leeds. That is not that bad. That is definitely not bad for Leeds. So so Chelsea versus Burnley, the leader, Chelsea versus Burnley. This, before a ball was kicked, everybody was saying straightforward victory for Chelsea. Chelsea playing at the bridge against Burnley, who sits in the relegation zone. Burnley managed to get their first victory in the game before this game against Chelsea, so they were a little bit more confident coming into this game. Chelsea, Kai Havertz struck in the 33 minute, giving Chelsea the lead, 1-0. But Burnley stuck deep, dig deep, battle for this one. Could have also nicked it at a couple of occasions. Make a break on the counter, lob the keeper, but the ball was wide of the goal. Trying to lob the keeper. But Chelsea, 25 shots, only 4 on target. Not good enough. 25 shots don't like you're busy doing a lot of things, but you only manage 4 on target. That is poor. You can have 25 shots and you only manage 4 on target. 70% possession, 14 corners. Basically, Chelsea was poor on the day. Should have won this game easily. Playing a team at home that sits in the relegation zone, contending for the title. Want to prove to Liverpool and City that you're a contender this season. So you should have gobbled up Burnley based on the form that they are in. But that's how hard the Premier League is. That's how tough the Premier League. Even when you're coming up against a team in the relegation, it's not a straightforward victory. Big up to Burnley for digging deep. Yeah, Vidra coming up with the goal in the 79th minute. So that's a good look for Burnley. From their last 2 games, they managed 4 points. Can you believe that? Coming up against Chelsea, nobody gives them a chance to even get a sniff in. And they managed to came away from the bridge with a point. Big up to Burnley, man. 5 shots, 2 on target. What? 2 on target. 30% position. Can you believe that? 2 corners. But this Burnley team don't need the ball to play. They play on the break. Yes? So Chelsea still sit top of the standing. They lead Man City by 3 points. Yeah, lead West Ham by 3 points as well. Liverpool, oh my word, by 4 points. Liverpool blunder today. Should have closed that gap. But that's how football is. While Burnley, on the other hand, still sit in the relegation zone. They sit in 18th place from their 11 game, 8 points. But it's an improvement for Burnley in the last 5 games. They only managed one defeat in their last 5 games, 3 draws, 1 win. So that's a step in the right direction for Burnley. Yeah. So for Burnley, that's not bad. Step in the right direction for Burnley. Yep, big up to Burnley for that. Keeping the league within touching distance. Yes, managed to hold Chelsea to a draw. So even though Liverpool blunder, still a chance. Because the season, as I always said, is a marathon. Like I always said, the league is a marathon. So that Burnley draw is crucial to all the other side competing for this title. Yes. So we're now at Manchester United derby, and it's quite sad. It's quite sad for Manchester United. What are their fans thinking? Manchester United, they feel a comp. Let me go into this first before I say that. Manchester United playing at home against their rival City, managed 5 shots, one on target. Playing at home, poor. 32% possession, one corners. While City 16 shots, five on target, 68% possession, nine nine corners. City managed to leapfrog Liverpool into second place. They played on Saturday and they maintained that because Liverpool failed to get a victory against West Ham. So from their 11 game, 23 points, three behind the leader Chelsea. City from their last 5 games, 3 victories, 1 draw, 1 defeat. Defeat came against Crystal Palace. That was a bit surprising, but like I always say, that's how competitive the league is. You can't go into a game thinking you win the game already. So, yeah. So, City managed to leapfrog Liverpool into second place while Manchester United drop out top four. They are in sixth place. From their 11 game, they are on 17 points. From their last game, wow, this look dismal for Manchester United. From their last game, 3 defeat, 1 win, 1 draw. And that one victory came against a weakened Tottenham team. A weakened Tottenham team. But I guess the fixtures after the international break, the games that is coming up, Manchester United should be able to get some points from those games. I think Watford is their next game and so forth. So they should look to bounce back. So they're on 17 points. Yeah. Yeah, but for me, this Manchester United team, Big up, Richie. Thanks for checking in. Big up, big up. Liverpool blunder. I totally agree with you. I agree. Liverpool blunder. For me, there's a number of things. That's cost Liverpool this game. Let me go into this first. Liverpool versus West own goal by Alisson Becker in the 4th minute. Then Trent Alexander Arnold with a beauty in the 41st minute. Then Pablo Fornals in the 67th minute, giving West Ham a 2-1 lead. They managed to go one better. Kurt Zuma, 74th minute, putting West Ham 3-1 up. Dikov Origi came on and struck in the 83rd minute, giving Liverpool a lifeline. Sadio Mane get the chance in the 90th minute to give Liverpool a point. He missed horribly. Yeah, but West Ham, 7 shots, 3 on target, 30% possession. West Ham is a team that don't mind playing without the ball. They play well without the ball. 3 corners they manage. Liverpool on the other hand, 16 shots, 5 on target, were extremely poor on the day. Possession, 70% possession, 2 corners. Liverpool dropped down to 4th place from their 11 games, 22 points from their last 5 games. 2 victory, 2 draw, 1 defeat. West Ham leapfrogged them into 3rd. From their 11 game, they're on 23 points, joint 2nd with Manchester City. From their last 5 game, West Ham 4 victory on the spin. That is huge. 4 victory on the spin. Who better that? Only Chelsea better that 4 victory on the spin. Chelsea had 4 victory on the spin before this draw. West Ham have 1 defeat, and then after that 1 defeat, 4 victory on the spin. That is huge. Persons are overlooking how good West Ham is doing. Outside of that, who better that? Only Chelsea better those last 5 games. So West Ham is doing a pretty decent job, yes. Big up world best. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, man, as a Liverpool blunder, I totally agree, Virgin. And like Manchester is blue, winning the derby. Yes, well done, world best. Winning the derby. Manchester has been blue for quite a while. Yeah. Man like Richie, I say Arsenal, yeah. Yeah. As I said, West Ham last 5 game has been magnificent. Only 1 defeat, 4 victory on the spin. Only other team managed to better that is Chelsea. 4 victory on the spin as well with 1 draw. Then Arsenal 3rd, 3 victory, 2 draw. So we say London looking good. London well represented. Yeah? Yeah, that man like Richie, yeah, the man I say, your side still not get top 4. Man like Richie, Arsenal, man I respond to you, say your side still not get top 4. But a big man level still. As man like Richie say, yeah, Liverpool blunder. I totally agree. Listen. But for me, I said this in previous live, yes? And it materializing now. I said it, midfield is where Liverpool struggling. Last season we have a defensive crisis. This season we have our midfielders them dropping like flies, man, and it is showing. The back line is exposed extremely. We're conceding a lot of goal. This season Liverpool just conceding goal left, right, and center. 2 up against Brighton. Brighton managed to class back. Concede 5 goals in 2 games, man. Not good enough for me. Not good enough. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. 5 goals in 2 games. That not look good. I totally agree. And as I was saying, one of the reasons is the midfield. Midfield, we have a lot of injuries in midfield. And man like, I'm sorry, Richie was a former player. Man like Chamberlain, man, him done, brother. Not good enough, man. The man was, yo, even the second goal of West Ham score, man. Fabinho blunder. That was the one that Fabinho gave away. Fabinho, Mane has about 2 players on him, and Fabinho insists to give Mane the ball. Lose the ball, the man run past Chamberlain, run left Fabinho. Not even a yellow card they can take for the team. Them money a joke, man. You see how them a kick on our player and another our player. Look at that tackle the guy made on Henderson. The ref not even give a foul, Virgin, much less a yellow card. This game was crazy. Man, Richie, yeah, you talk of Arsenal. Yeah, but remember, you were a bit lucky today. You were a bit lucky, Virgin. Yeah, man, my midfield soft, man. Listen, I said this in my predictions, yes? Yeah, Virgin. You can't allow the man to make that run from midfield and not even hold on him shirt so you get a yellow. Joke. And as me say, what's the guy name that made the tackle on Henderson? It wasn't even a foul. The man go over the ball, kick the man on his knee, blatant 2 foot off the ground, and it wasn't even a foul, Virgin. Listen, these ref in the Premier League. Now you gotta say hey, to you lose, you complain about referee, but Virgin, them horrible man, the referee them not good. You know so why them not getting a game in the big major tournament. Listen, Richie, Arsenal was lucky. Arsenal was supposed to give the ball up, give the ball back. Yes, big up Andre. Yeah, Arsenal for life, but your side was lucky to the Virgin. The ref assisted you in that victory. They were supposed to play about the ball and they didn't. Fair play, not playing. Fair play, not playing when Arsenal is playing. Yeah, you have proved that today. Yeah? Rose play up but the ball is play. And listen, 2 players was fouled in that play that Arsenal scored the goal. Arsenal should have won this game by a mile. Aubameyang, rubbish. Him de on my team, the worst player of the week team. To himself, disgusting. The ball are going at the goal and the man stop Odegaard goal from scoring because he wanted to score. We got man like Andre, yeah, Gunners on a roll, as I said. Last 5 games, they have been looking good. But the real test is against Liverpool. We will see how far Arsenal has come when they play Liverpool. If Liverpool turn up, I don't see this Arsenal team beating Liverpool. I'm not tooting my own horn, but if Liverpool turn up, I don't see Arsenal beating Liverpool. But as I was saying, the referee them atrocious, Bridging. Twice Watford player got fouled in that same play and the ref don't blow. Plus, the ball, Rose also gonna make my team. Rose also gonna make my worst player of the week, man. Rose is rubbish, man. I see why Tottenham dump him. Him play out the ball because him teammate was down and him not even them just nonchalant. Yeah, expect the ref. No man, I hold up my hand and crowd up the ref, man. The ball no play back. Arsenal never play back the ball. 2 players was fouled twice in that same play. The ref allow it to play and then Arsenal score. But listen, Arsenal, when the thing turning, I don't want you guys complain upon this ball referee, you know. You get that one there today. Arsenal, you get that one there today. The ref assisted you today. You should have won this game by a mile. You failed to do that against this Watford team that is a rubbish team. You managed to get a 1-0 victory. Big up to Arsenal. They jump 5th place. Big up to Arsenal. You're in 5th now. I hope you can maintain that 5th position and push for the top 4. Because remember, you spent 200 and odd plus million. So you have a point to prove. You haven't won anything as yet, so don't get too excited, Arsenal. Remember, you have a point to prove because you have lost. You have finished 8 twice, back to back 8. So I guess anything above that is an improvement for Arsenal. And yet the Arsenal fans them can now stop taking painkillers because the migraine has got lessened, I guess. Yeah, Liverpool dead. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. What? Eh, man say Liverpool dead. All right. World best don't bring Manchester United. The man a City man. World best is a City man. Andre, world best is a City man. The man a bring Manu. Manu a dead bird. Manu no good brother. Listen, Manu was so comfortable to lose 2-0 to City. It's horrible, Virgin. That's how watered down Manchester United has become. Rubbish. When a Manchester United can feel pleased within themselves to only get a 2-love defeat. Horrible, Virgin. Man, like, what's his name? What's the wing back? The left back with them say best left back in our league. Luke Shaw, sleeping, him and Trent Camper. Wow, big up man like Ryan for checking in. Big up man like Ryan for checking in. Liverpool fan. Yeah, man, I getting a bag of lashing round town, Ryan. Liverpool blunder star. Listen, Jurgen Klopp for me. Listen, I don't, yeah, Axel Chamberlain have a lot of fans out there, but for me, Axel Chamberlain done a Liverpool. Listen, him can't offer nothing else. Chamberlain, Liverpool has grown. Listen, man like Chamberlain, Liverpool outgrow them. For me, the key man in this Liverpool team this season, and I said this in my prediction long before now, and him turn up. Yeah, man, thanks, Ryan. Man like Navigator, enough people writing off Navigator, and you see what Navigator have to offer when he's not playing. When he's playing and he's not having a good game, it's easy to say, yo, him not good. Listen, Navigator is the key to Liverpool winning this league. Any Navigator can stay fit, we can do things. Man like Chamberlain, him can't offer nothing, Virgin. The man was flat. Him not even could have fouled the guy. Not even could have pulled down the guy and get a yellow card. Him just allow the guy to just run. I am not pleased. Listen, January, me that Lego Chamberlain. Man, Newcastle can sign Chamberlain. That's the level Chamberlain is at now. Mid-table teams. Him have nothing to offer Liverpool. When Chamberlain play in the midfield, you can see it against Brighton. Yeah, big problem. Midfield, we're struggling in midfield. And as I said, Navigator for me is the man. I don't care what nobody wants it. Fabinho, Navigator. Fabinho have a horrible game today. Fabinho making my worst player of the week team today. Horrible game. He give away the ball, force the ball on Sadio Mane when he could have played the ball wide. And one other thing I don't like, listen, man like Trent, yeah, I know people hyping up these English-based play. I'm not taking away nothing from Trent. He scored a beautiful free kick. But Trent need to understand it's not just about attacking. Him have to know, say, yo, brother, you have to defend. Him literally stand there and watch Zuma put the ball in the goal. Not good enough for me, Virgin. And you know what I don't like with these English players? Man like Saka, man like Greenwood, man like Alexander Arnold, man like even Rashford. You get what me I say? Once them start do a little thing, the English media hype them up. I'm not saying none of them are transitioning and no world class player. Listen, you have to do the 4 or 5 seasons before we can consider you a world class player. These English players, once them have a 1, 2 season, them a hype them up like them a world class player, and them not even can get the basic right. Trent literally stand up and see the ball a come, and don't even try do nothing. Watch the man, him just Trent focuses for break early so him can get the ball for do something. What about defending? Isn't defending a part of his job? 5 seasons straight. Yeah, man. The man look on Rush for that man you. Hasn't improved. Rashford in a Man U side for what? How much season man Rashford in a Man U side? For me, them game just stuck. them not improve, them not evolve, because this English media just a put a hype with these young English players. And them approve over and over upon the international scene, say them not good. It's just because the English league is the most watched league. It's just because the English league is the most competitive league. Player know them and player tend to follow them. But for me, and me want to see them make the transition and say them a world class player. You know, just have one season and then you talk about you're a world class player. Listen, Trent is a quality right back in terms of going forward, but he have to know say he have to do a job in the back line. Him lacking, brother. And listen, all of the team realize that Trent era is the weak era. Klopp need to fix it. And one of the things I don't like with Klopp, today the game, you could have see the game. You could have see the game how it going just break off. And Klopp just stood there taking long to make the changes. I don't like it. When it not working, change it. Make brave decision, Virgin. Klopp a hold on upon him change him. And him a ball for 4 and 5 change. And yet still you not make 3 change in a game. Him and only a cry for and Pep a cry for 5 change. And none of them now make 3 change in a match. Oh, that makes sense. That can't make sense. To me, Klopp give away the game today. And listen, the players them have to take some of the blame as well. Because listen, you as a player, you have to have that knowledge about the game to see the game. That's why Henderson, I know the man them hype up Henderson, but Henderson can never be a Stevie G, brother. Listen, him now have the Stevie G intelligence. I've never seen a game where Liverpool back against the wall and Henderson just grab it by the scruff of the neck. Him not know if sit deep sometime when you need to just stabilize the team. Him just a run all over the place. Brother, sometimes you can sit deep and orchestrate from deep line midfield. Him just, Virgin, disappointed today, but at no point in time I did say Liverpool is going to go unbeaten. I've expected them to drop points. You don't agree with me and Trent on what base? Same a world class? Trent is not world class. You have to have a balance. When you not agree upon, same a world class, that's what I said. I don't see Trent as a world class player. Listen, a world class player have to have the balance. You can't just attack and say you're a world class. Virginia, remember you're not a midfielder. And even a midfielder is required to tackle. The midfield is the injured. So if Klopp is thinking move Trent to midfield, he will still be weaknesses in his game because he won't defend. He's not going to tackle. Listen, Trent is lazy. Trent just believe in him talent and say him not run back, man, not do certain things. Him have to understand, say him is a defender first. Trent need to understand what playing right back is. It's not just all about whipping ball into the box. And one of the things we notice with Trent, he might come in a midfield every minute. Today, the game against West Ham. Listen why I said Trent now use him brain. And I don't consider him as a world-class player. What Trent did today is West Ham is playing. That is your opinion, Ryan. Say he's the best. But enough people won't agree with that. Listen, he must have this balance and not seeing that balance in his game. Listen, one of the weaknesses what Trent have as well. Not just in defending, but look at one of his weakness. Today against West Ham was playing compact. And what Trent did, go and join in midfield. Even when we play against Chelsea, 10 man, Trent coming in midfield. 10 man, you need to stretch them. Go wide. You have the ability to whip those balls in from wide areas. Why are you going in midfield, crowding up midfield, when West Ham is playing 2 banks of 4? West Ham is playing 2 banks of 4. Why you need to go into midfield and compact the midfield? Stay wide. You have that ability to whip the ball in from out there. Stay wide and pull a player out with you. Because they're not going to make them no Trent ability to whip those balls in. You think so them are going to allow Trent to stay out there wide and nobody go out there and press him? If him go wide, him open up space in midfield. Trent have to recognize that. Say, it's not all about you. It's a team sport. Him one day in a midfield. Proving what? Him not using him brain. If Trent goes so boom and go wide, a player have to go with him because him have the ability to whip those beautiful balls in, and him now recognize that him are going a midfield and a crowd up midfield. Trent need to fix things, Bridget. He need to fix things. Listen, Trent, the teams are exposing Trent. They are if you watch the games and the goals them that Liverpool is conceding, they are targeting the right side of the defense. Ryan, if you don't see that, I don't know what you're watching, man. You don't see that what the opponent is doing? Targeting the right side of the midfield. Listen, every side is doing it, Virgin. Brentford did it. They targeted Trent. The entire game he was targeted. Double teaming, whipping the balls over on his flank. Double team, and him, he is not recognizing that. That's why I ask, you can call him a world class player. If him not recognize that and adjust. Him have to understand say he is a defender first. He is a defender first. It's not all the time you go and boom and fly down the wing. You have to know, say, sometimes you have to just easy and be patient. And Klopp said it. Klopp said it today in his interview. His team wasn't patient. Come on, Ryan, man. Come on, man. Come on, Ryan, man. Don't throw in cheap jabs, man. Don't throw cheap jabs, Virgin. Listen, both of support Liverpool, yeah? All I'm saying, Trent need to show brain-wise that he's not stupid. That's what he need to do. Trent need for sure say he's not stupid. You can't just afford. Listen, if you look back at that goal that Zuma scored, Trent was more concerned in breaking. He was backing off to break to receive the ball. He not think say the man gonna score. He not worry about defending. He must realize say he's a defender first. That's all I'm saying. And he's not recognizing that. So how can I say he's a world-class player? You have to learn to make adjustment within the game. And I'm not seeing that from Trent. As I said, West Ham is playing compact. And he's going into midfield. Oh, that helped the team. Oh, that helped the team. Because he want the ball to make the final pass. It's not all about you and your assist. It's not all about you and your assist. It's a team sport. What is the question? If Marcelo is a world-class player, yeah, in his prime, he was considered as a world-class player. Yes, Ryan, he was considered a world-class player in his prime. Win a lot of trophy, have a lot of trophy to his name. Yeah, he have the trophy for back them up. Yes, in his prime, he was a world-class player. Have the trophy to back them up. Yes, Ryan. But listen, we're cutting Trent too many slacks, man. We're cutting him too many slacks. We're cutting these English players, these young English players, too many slack. That's why they're doing this. Even with the Manchester United game when they play against Liverpool, you see? Man like Greenwood, you see them not running back. Them don't have the mindset to be world-class players. I don't say them can't improve. They're young. But the media put the pressure on them so early. Why Trent is not a world-class player for me? Because he's not adjusting in the game. He need for sure mental, not just the physical, not just whipping them balls and say you're a world-class player. You have to recognize that team is targeting him. Team is targeting him and I'm not doing nothing. If you're looking at the goals that Liverpool is conceding, it's from his side. Team is literally targeting Trent. And as I said, today, them know him going to play. One of the goals, Fabinho was at fault, playing the ball to Mane when two players was on him. Whereas Marcelo is a better defender than Trent. Marcelo defender also. Trent is not recognizing that team is targeting. Sometimes you need to be patient. Don't just go for the ball every minute. Dive into midfield. Pull players wide. He's not doing that. West Ham was playing so compact and Trent is going into midfield. Why you need to go into midfield and you're doing that for 90 plus minutes and you don't realize you can adjust in the game? That is what I want. I want him to make adjustment in the game. Marcelo is not a good defender, but he is a better defender than Trent. That the world best I say. Listen, Trent have time to improve. Trent is a young player. He is a Liverpool player, and I back all Liverpool player, yes? But Trent have to recognize this. He have to take that responsibility there. He have to realize that a right back him a play, and him have defending. Defending is part of his duty. Where we're wrapping up Trent in wall. Defending is part of the man duty, Virgin. It's part of the man job. He missing, Virgin. He missing. And team recognize this and they are targeting him. Him have to make the in-game adjustment. It's not like Klopp have a lot of options for say sit him out. But him have to make the adjustment in the game. Him have to know say sometimes you have to be patient. It's not just about going forward all the time. It's not just about you getting the ball all the time. That's him a go. If you watch the man game, Virgin, Peer in a midfield, Peer in a midfield him a come. Yeah, but as me I say, listen, they're not allowing these English players to develop too many hype around them. And if you watch Trent, Virgin, the man have a lazy style about him. The enough time I watch him and the man for jog back and sprint back, the man have a lazy style. It's because of the hype around them. Same thing with Rashford, same thing with Greenwood, Liverpool and Manchester. Greenwood not even running back. Like him a superstar. Is the mindset where these English-based players have. Once they start getting the name call up, come on, man. Don't say that about one if him the born in a Brazil. If you can't defend, you just can't defend, brother. That not have nothing to do with where you're born. If the man can't defend, him just can't defend. If the man not making the adjustment, him just listen. Fred, born in a Brazil, and I'm my worst Brazilian me ever see. Fred, that man is the worst thing me ever see. Say him come from Brazil. Fred for Manchester United. The man no good none tall. Me never ever give him credit say him good. Are the worst Brazil. Worst Brazilian. Fred. So don't say because Trent born in England, me I say. Call a spade, Ryan. Trent need to understand same is a defender. And he's not defending. He's not making the adjustment in the game. And he have to realize the team are targeting him. Fred no good, Virgin. And them and they are Brazilian. Fred no good. Neymar a Brazilian. And me say this every day. The worst number 10 Brazil ever have. Neymar, the worst man ever wear the 10 for Brazil. Me say that any day. I mean, I take that back. Are the worst number 10 Brazil ever have. Neymar. Fred no good, brother. It's not because Trent no born in a Brazil, me I say that. Trent need to recognize, say, him have to be patient sometime. It's not all about him getting the ball, him bombing down the wings. Him have to recognize the danger and make the adjustment during the game. Him have to realize, listen, the game today, as I said, Klopp blunder. Chamberlain for me, him done at Liverpool. Chamberlain can't carry Liverpool to the next level. It's sad because he's a talent. Chamberlain is a talent, but Liverpool outgrow Chamberlain. For me, Chamberlain not good enough. Saw it in the Brighton game. Saw it today again. Not good enough. Yeah, no wrong with that, Ryan. We are discussing. All of we not go agree. We not no problem with that. We just passionate about the game because all of we love it. Yeah, I'm disappointed as a Liverpool fan. Listen, for me, this victory may be a blessing in this defeat today. Maybe a blessing in this, guys. Yes, Ryan. Tell him, yeah, come there, babble away and never tell him to hit the like button. For real, Ryan. Hit the like button, man. And share and subscribe and you don't know, get the thing up to 500, man. I stuck at 2 bills too long star, guys. Hit the like button, man. Share the thing and get the thing up now. But as me I say, Ryan, I know nothing personal against Trent. I want him to do good. But him have to recognize say sometimes it's not about him. Him a go in a midfield when side a play a compact, a play two banks of four. Why you are going in a midfield? Him literally a help style for the midfield. Cause when him going in a midfield, end is not to come wide, basically dropping off. He must style for the midfield. And him have to recognize that football is a team sport. And all the while you have to make the final pass. Trent is not recognizing that. Him want to be the man for all of the final pass. Him a come in a midfield and a crowd up the midfield. The midfield can't get no work. The midfield flat. Chamberlain flat today. Fabinho, it was one of his poorest game I ever seen in a long while. Poor, extremely poor. Thiago come on, never up to speed, lose the ball in crucial areas. For me, this defeat may be a blessing in disguise for Liverpool because I don't know if we're getting complacent, but we're conceding too many goals. I don't know. As I said, the midfield is one of the issues why we're conceding too many goals. And not, I don't really think that is the back line per se, but we're just not defending properly as a team. We're not defending properly as a team. Yeah, definitely. But as I said, I didn't predict that we're going to go unbeaten. I'm still not giving up on my team. But we're going to have some challenges. Don't know it going to pan out in January. If the African Nation Cup keep, we'll be losing Sadio. Wow, Keita, Salah. I know, so I didn't even mention Sadio Mane today. Sadio Mane should have scored that goal. That was extremely poor, man. Extremely poor. Sadio Mane. Why is he going it with his head? Look how low the ball is and Sadio Mane going with his head. Isn't his foot more accurate than his head? I don't know. But disappointed with the result. Then again, I look back. West Ham played well. They played to their strength. And for that, I have to say big up to West Ham. They played to their strength. We didn't play to our strength. Salah didn't get a chance today because the midfield was dead. Nothing from midfield today. But I don't know, man like Henderson though, more from a captain. More I don't want just when my side I go on. More like when my side back against the wall. You can step up and do something when I say, yeah. Grab it by the scruff of the neck, as them would say. Yeah, but on my side, nah give up on them. The season young. Season young. So, boy, tough today, as I said. Disappointed, but in a way, maybe it's for the best. Because sometimes you get complacent. Sometimes you get complacent when you're winning games, when you're so much unbeaten. So Liverpool gave 25 games unbeaten in all competition. Yeah, got altered by West Ham today, and I'm not going to take anything away from West Ham. They had a really good game, played to their strength. Liverpool flat today for me. Could have do so much more. What I don't like with my team, side seems to cut into our midfield with ease. Side is cutting through our midfield with ease. I don't like that. Yo, listen. As much as people say Van Dijk no look good after his injury, man, nah lie. Couple one-on-ones I see him with Antonio, and the man just calm. Yo, them one-on-one there. Yes, Jano. Big up man like Jano, Arsenal man, yes? No more painkiller. Arsenal doing good things. Our 11 in a row in our competition. It's a good look. Big up man like Jano. Guys, hit the like button, man. Guys, when you jump on, hit the like button. Remember to share the thing and tell a friend for tell a friend. Because I want to get the thing up, man. I want to get the thing up. But disappointed. The thing now is, can we bounce back after the international break? As we say, We have a lot of injuries, and I hope we have a lot of injuries, but I hope we can manage to pull ourselves together. Coming off of this international break, it's always tough to come back off an international break, but I hope my side can get the reaction that we need, bounce back. But coming off the international break, Leicester will be going up against Chelsea. That will be an interesting one. Leicester at home. Newcastle against Brentford. Maybe Newcastle can get their first victory from Brentford, beating Brentford at home. Burnley against Crystal Palace. This is going to be a good one because Burnley seems to find in a form. 4 points from 2 games, so that's not bad. Crystal Palace not in a good space as well. Aston Villa, Brighton. Aston Villa is struggling somewhat. Watford against Manchester United. Watford playing at home. West Ham against Wolves. Norwich City against Southampton. Manchester City against Everton. This will be a good one. Tottenham against Leeds. Also can be a good game as well. Liverpool up against Arsenal. So this will be the real test to see if Arsenal, where Jano say, yeah, man say, good luck, no more painkiller for the Arsenal fans then. Big up man like Jano, yeah? No more painkiller. But as me say, Arsenal victory today was a bit lucky. They should have won this game by a mile. Didn't put away their chances. Aubameyang making my worst player of the week team. He was horrible. Miss from the penalty spot. Take away Odegaard goal when he should have just allowed that to go into the goal. Being a ball shark. Offside and him still touch it. So, the next test for Arsenal to see if they have evolved. What word best I say? Yeah, Bernardo Silva is a good game. Best player for City so far this season. Seems to be the man doing the thing for City this season. Kevin De Bruyne look a bit flat. I don't know what's going on with him. Don't look himself so far. Gundogan just coming back from injury. But Bernardo seems to look good, man. Yeah, man, the man look good, man. Sneak in from the back door and bust them net. I don't know what Luke Shaw was doing, man. It's crazy, man. These wing backs where them are called world class. They can't even defend. You think it's Trent alone can't defend? Man like Luke Shaw, man, where them are say best left back. What the hell was he thinking, man? Yeah, man, him the pan good farm, man. Bernardo Silva doing well. Good farm. Okay. Wasn't aware of that. Come here, say him look flat. No, him not look himself. Yeah. But Arsenal doing things, City back to winning ways, so it's a good look. So standings, Chelsea 26, sit at top of the standings. Manchester City joined second with West Ham, 23 points. Liverpool dropped down to fourth, 22 points. Arsenal in fifth, jump up to fifth place, 20 points. Manchester United drop into sixth place, 17. Joint with Brighton on 17. Wolves and Tottenham on 16. Crystal Palace 15. Joint with Everton on 15 and Leicester on 15 as well. Southampton on 14. Brentford falling down the pecking order miserably. One victory in the last 5 games. They're on 12 points in 14th. Leeds struggling a bit in 15th place on 11 points. Aston Villa having a horrible season. 5 defeat on the trot. They are in 16th place on 10 points. 10 points as well with Watford. Burnley managed to put a little points together. They are on 8 points, still in the relegation zone at 18th position. Newcastle, 19th, 5 points. Norwich, rooted at the foot of the table and 5 points. So, yep, that's where it's at. The word best I say. Okay, my De Bruyne of that playing with caution because he have an injury. Yeah, that man like world best at Chelsea soon start drop points. They draw against Burnley, but who is in the relegation zone. You see how tough the Premier League is? Relegation Burnley inner and the big mighty Chelsea only could have managed a draw. Yeah? But they draw against Burnley. Give Burnley some credit. Credit it where credit is due. Burnley is in relegation and they managed to get a draw. So Burnley now have 4 points from 2 games. So that's good. So the 1 point where them drop, them are come up against Leicester in the next game, I think. So remember say December is the most crucial month of the Premier League, So it's adding up. So now rule out my side, the system. My side have a big task. Midfield dead. Not looking, not playing, not doing what they're supposed to do. Flat for me. Midfield not good enough. Navigator for me is the man. I don't know him can't stay fit. So I believe Klopp need to get 2 players in January because we're going to lose our players. African Cup of Nation. We're going to lose them for about 8 games. Worst case scenario, 10 games, I think. So Klopp needs to get 2 players in January. Yeah, this league is off the chain, man. Off the chain. So first defeat for Liverpool. Disappointed, but I just hope Klopp can make the adjustment. Sometimes for me, I think Klopp is too loyal to his players. He have to be ruthless sometimes as a manager. I think that is one of the problems with Liverpool have. Klopp seems to do everything with emotions. Yeah. So he's like tied to his players like that. And I think that is one of the weakness of Liverpool. Him don't like to make the tough decisions. Yeah. But I hope he can bounce back. I hope man like Trent can recognize what is going on and make his adjustment. I hope he can make the effort because that's what I want to see from my right back. If you're world class, you have to display both qualities, not just going forward. Yeah? You can't have 2 seasons and say you're world class. I'm not buying into that. Because a lot of people, not a lot of players, 2 season wonders. 2 seasons and you get nothing else from them. So I want to see more than just 2 seasons and say you're a world class. And I want you to recognize, I want Trent to realize that football is a team sport. It's not about you making the final pass. And that is what I see him doing. It's all about him making the final pass. I want him to be more of a team player. Fight for the team. Run back. Run back, Virgin. Him nonchalant, brother. Chamberlain to me, also struggling. Nonchalant. No way in hell Fabinho give away that ball and he allowed the player to run from so far to make that pass. Could blame Trent on that one because he was already high out of the play. But the last goal, Trent has to take some blame for that last goal. He wasn't marking anybody. He was just standing there ball watching. And if you're going to consider yourself as a world class and you're a goat, I see him posting up things on Instagram. 2 goats looking at each other. Or is not him. I'm not even sure if it's him. you have to do work both ends of the pitch. You have to fight the best of the best, run back and tackle. Why these young English players think them not for run back and tackle? It's a team sport. I see Rashford do it. I see Greenwood doing it. They're not running back and fighting for the team. They're just depending on the skill they have and the quality going forward. You have to defend when man like Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo at 36 I try to motivate his team and running back. Why man like Trent feel like him not for run back and tackle and defend? Why man like Greenwood and Rashford feel like them not for run back? Come on, man. It's no picking at any one player. Football is a team sport. And if you're the best right back in the world, a lot is required of you. So you can't say you're the best when it suits you. You get what I say? You can't say you're the best when it suits you. Yeah, we just want to say big up to the people them for checking in on the live. And yeah, thanks. Thanks to the people them who checking in. I want to say big up Mama Ivan again, her 65th birthday. Big up everybody who checking in on the live. Thanks Ryan for passing through. Yeah, it was a good discussion, Ryan. Don't worry about it, yes? Don't worry about it. I like it. I like the challenge, Virgin. And nothing wrong if both of us disagree. Both of us support Liverpool. We want to see our player do well. Yeah, man. This league is not a walkover. Nobody will run away with this league. And the sooner we recognize that, the better we will play, you know. I said we're struggling a bit because of the injuries that we have in the team. No doubt about it. But also, some of the games that I watch, the goals that we're conceding, they're too poor, man. We're conceding a lot of poor goals. And I don't like that. Sometimes I think we get too complacent. Even in that Brighton game, we literally give away the game. 2 love up, and you make Brighton claw your back. Not good enough, man. And that is where complacency kick in. When you see players don't even want to run back to tackle. That's complacent. Yeah, not picking on Trent, but Trent have to recognize that they are targeting him. And if you're a world class player, you must consider say them a target you. You have to make that adjustment in your game. Henderson have to recognize that when Fabinho off the field, you are the deep line midfielder. You have to learn to play the position. Stop running around. Stop running around like you're a headless chicken, Virgin. When you're playing defensive midfield, all you required of you is to just sit and marshal the base of the midfield. Don't be running around like a headless chicken. When Fabinho came off, Fabinho came off when it was 3. But I'm not giving up on my team. Liverpool is my team. Win, lose, or draw. But we're just disappointed about what happened. I think we were extremely flat. We were complacent. West Ham came out to play, and I said, big up to West Ham. That is what the Premier League is about. No match is a given. No match is a given. Burnley proved it. Chelsea, high flying Chelsea, they managed to get a draw at the bridge. So that's how tough the Premier League is. And as I said, this defeat maybe be a blessing in disguise for Liverpool. Man need to pull up them socks, man. Man like Chamberlain says not getting any game, any run in the team, and yet still, when you get your chance, you're not delivering. Yeah, when you get your chance, the only really disappointed that Keita is injured because I feel this season, if he not do it this season, he needs to be moved on as well. We know we don't want to play a leave and all that, but listen, that's what football is. Football is a result business, and you can't keep every player till they're at the same age. You have to start incorporate new players, and I believe this is Chamberlain last season. Yep, he needs to move on. Big up to Origi for coming on, scoring one, giving us the chance. Sadio Mane get the chance to give us a point, and he blunder. Poor Sadio Mane also have a poor game today. So right now, I'm at the worst team of the week. Yes. So for me, Allison in goal. Blunder big, big, big today. Even the last goal where West Ham score, that West Ham score, he was focusing on the player in front of him. That was a ball where Allison should have gone for. Too close in his 6 yard box. For me, Allison blunder. Started the game poor, ended the game poor. For me, Allison goal. Weak. Weak performance today. Left back, Danny Rose. Poor performance. Poor. Right back, I'm thinking Trent for me. Liverpool is crowded this week with players in the worst player of the week. Man like Fabinho. Man like Trent is at right back. Fabinho, defensive midfield. Poor, extremely poor. Coming back from an injury, I can understand, but it's the basic he's getting wrong. Simple pass, you're forcing the ball on a player that was already marked by two players. Not good enough. Fabinho in midfield. Allgate from Everton with that horrendous tackle on the Tottenham player. He makes the midfield. Another Liverpool player, Chamberlain, finish up the midfield. Poor today. Clamoring about getting a run of games in the team. Now he is getting that run of games in the team. I'm not impressed with him. For me, his time at Liverpool is done. Sadio Mane, extremely poor today. Get the equalizing goal. Scuffed his line, as they would have said. Why did he go with his head when he could have used his foot to tap that in? Aubameyang in the middle of the park. He was horrible. Missed from the penalty spot. Take away a goal from Odegaard. Yep. One player. Let me get an Aston Villa player. Yeah, they were poor. Lose 5 on the spin. Aston Villa. So finish rounding off with El Ghazi from Aston Villa or Buendia. Any one of them can make it. Poor Ali Watkins. Going for Buendia. The front three. Yep. So guys, that's my worst team of the week. And right now, yep, Mane up front, Aubameyang, Buendia from Aston Villa, then Chamberlain, Fabinho, Allgate in midfield, Danny Rose, left back, Alisson in goal. But I haven't have any central defenders. My bad. Didn't even see that one. But that's it for the night, guys. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, really appreciate it. Guys, remember to hit the like button. Guys, remember to tell a friend and help me get the thing going. You don't know it's your girl Jamams and a we say no umpis thing. You don't know. Liverpool down, but we're not out. You know it's